My name is Margaret Ann Windsor. Um, that's my real name. Uh, I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in 1941, brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a deceased twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey. I later married the Childers. Both twins, Peggy and Carl, were dead. They were killed by their mother. They were born illegitimate, or illegitimate, back in that time, and it was really like a pigsty. And I tell no lies or any of this. You can't even grasp the horrendous ongoing crime that's been done. Uh, Peggy was fed to the pigs, actually. Um, and I have names to back all this up. I have the birth certificates of the twins, where the date they gave me, and I grew up using, January the 7th of 39, was the twins had different birthdays. They were born in 38 in a different month. And actually, the state of Alabama just marked through their birth dates to make it coincide with the date they gave me, which is illegal to change a birth certificate. But I'm Victoria II, and heir to the British Crown. Um, this woman is a fraud. She works for the United States government. Her father helped kidnap me, George, my uncle, my father's brother, George the Sixth, that they made the movie about the King's Speech, not telling any of the truth, making him out to be a hero. Here he is with Roosevelt in 39 planning my kidnapping. I was born that year, and then 41, I was kidnapped and brought over here. I'm a hostage. I've never been anything else, and so are my children, wherever they are, Mark and Scott. That's an old photo, obviously. I want to show you my father, and most of these photos have been changed over the years. Um, that's my dad. A double was used to marry Wallace Simpson. And they became the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, and that's how history has recorded it. They stole my father's identity, and my mother is Claudia Ruth O'Keefe. This is my Aunt Georgia, the artist. Um, Irish, American. Now then, and by the way, the Kennedys helped in my kidnapping. Joe Kennedy was ambassador to Great Britain 36 to 46 when they took down my father. So what they've done to my father is so horrific. My father was a good man, and that's the reason he was taken down by the New World Order, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, the American government from way back, from the day they stole it from us. And then they steal me and torture me all my life. I'm 75 years old. Um, I want to get to this, and then before I found out my name, and this is me. I'm going to turn the camera here so it picks up the voice. I hope good. Um, in 77, 78, I didn't find out my real name until 83. I wrote a book on medical malpractice, book MD, A License to Kill. I was living at Moonraker Apartments in Marietta on Powers Ferry Road, just off Delt Road. And not far away was where Larry Flint was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Now, later, he was shot March the 6th of 78. And believe me, the Cobb County Police in Marietta, the Atlanta Journal, the Georgia State Crime Lab, everybody knew about this, about what was happening to me. They knew about my real name before I did. They knew about mind control murders. Um, the Wayne Williams was going on at that time, and ask yourself, why does CNN keep updating that every few years? The Wayne Williams murders, the ones that he was supposed to have done in 79 to what, 80 or 77 to 80. Uh, in 83, I was flown out to Hustler, Larry Flint's, because he was shot, and the person that was shot him and killed his attorney was programmed to shoot him. And in 83, August the 31st, when Larry McDonald, the Dr. U.S. Congressman from Atlanta, I had written about him, by the way, in the medical malpractice book. And the plane veered off. It was Korean KAL jetliner, and all of the passengers aboard were killed, went down in the ocean. Now, there's some question as to whether he really went down, because in Juneau, Nixon was on the plane, and he was taken off that plane. And it's my understanding that Geraldo Rivera was on there. I always thought Geraldo was a nice person, and I don't know if he was covering a story, and I'm not even sure that he was on it, but that was what I remember. But I'm going to get back to us flown to Flint. And in that endorsement, he says that I know who was responsible for his shooting. Now, I want to show, this is the Fort Hood shooting. I'm in Roanoke, Virginia. I came here in October of 86. And I live in Roanoke, if you call it living. But this gentleman was born here in Roanoke, Vinton. He went to college at Blacksburg, Virginia Tech, 40 miles from here, 45. And that's where also the 33 shootings, mass shootings, took place. April the 16th of '07. There's a lot of other murders took place there too, and nobody connects them, or they don't tell them that it's mind control murders. Okay, I want to say the ones I wrote about in the book are prior to this, but these have been done in the patterns. And I want to say this: the FBI agent told me they did a skit like, before I knew about being kidnapped, or that I'm the monarch, the real monarch, Victoria II, and my father's King Edward VIII. They had issued me a letter on June the 23rd, which happens to be the day my father was, his birth date. Of course, this is in '79, of an ongoing investigation, national security involved. Now then, there's a point in all this. I wonder if the truth will be told. These are mind control murders. What if your son had been programmed? Because this is what's going on. The programming. This is Sandy Hook. He was programmed. This kid was. He's just as much a victim as anybody. Yet the press will not print it. The truth. So he goes down in history not as being programmed and as a victim, just like the Aurora, Colorado, James Holmes. Here's Timothy McVeigh, who told everybody he had been, the military had put a chip up him. And that's William, who is not the heir, the legal heir, let me put it that way, to the British Crown. They're saying that he has a chip in him, Buckingham Palace is, and that because they didn't want him kidnapped. I thought that was quaint, since he named his baby George after an uncle who helped kidnap me, the real one. Helped the Kennedys, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Roosevelt, the whole bit kidnapped me. I thought that was quaint. How dare them? And this is Elizabeth illegal again. And